Welcome to another episode of Hospitality Insider on Connie TV. Our honored guest today is Pratik Patel, Chairman of AHOA, American Asian Hotel Owners Association. And he also owns another company. It's called REM. So hi Pratik, thank you for joining us today. And would you please give our audiences what is AHOA means?
Got it. So AHOA, the Asian American Hotel Owners Association, is over 14,000 members, and we're the voice of hospitality owners in the industry. Our association is built on advocacy, really representing the needs of any hotel owner throughout the United States and making sure that their interests are protected and either helping them make money, save money, or protect their investments.
Well, that is a big challenge there, isn't it?
It's a very broad topic. It's a very broad topic.
Yes, I know that the organization has grown so much, so fast. You said 14,000 members?
You got it. So the last year and a half, we've gone through such a great renaissance in our vision, in our model, in the way that we move forward with business for hotel owners. And our membership proves that. We went 2 years ago from 10,000 members to now at 14,000.
What do you think is the reason? How do you create that success?
The success was basically built around teamwork of leadership. With our past chairman, Pratik Patel, continuing on with myself, with our vice chairman, Jimmy, with our current treasurer, Bruce, and our new incoming secretary, Bhavish, we've been able to transform the association to think more like the minds of second-generation hoteliers, asking for more of leverage or ability to see what are the topics and ideas that are really important to us as owners.
So you said about advocacy, about your voice together, and how that presented to either Washington or how you can make all that process happen.
You got it. So initially, we never had a voice in D.C. And under the leadership of our current president, Chip Rogers, he's been able to expand our government affairs department to unsubstantiated amounts.
Right.
We've seen so much progress in D.C. Just by being able to voice our opinion about how legislation affects us. Our goal was simple. We don't want to say yes or no to any legislation. We just want to let you know how it's going to affect a hotel owner and our ability to create jobs and sustain jobs.
Right.
Simply, that's the only thing that we needed to tell our elected officials. And starting with our PAC and then moving on to active legislation, then moving our members into building relationships. Right. We've been able to start a grassroots effort and really becoming a key factor in DC when it comes to lodging and hospitality.
Right now, there's a lot of talk about new laws that's coming up that is going to affect a lot of small business owners. And how do you feel about that?
Oh, there's tons of new laws, and our industry typically in the past was fragmented, and we didn't have a unified voice. Over the last year and a half, we built great coalitions and great partnerships, whether it's with the HLA or the U.S. Travel Association or the USIBC, to make sure that we're united. Initially, the elected officials were listening to different people, smaller groups, talk about how certain issues impacted them. But as a unified voice, we've become a large power player. And every day there's legislation that's introduced that will affect our owners. And we tell them the importance of getting involved and contacting their elected representatives. But we haven't just been able to do it on the association point. We've been able to do it because we engage our members. We engage our ambassadors. We engage the ground troops throughout the U.S. to make sure they contact their appropriate congressmen and senators and elected officials. And so now, elected officials have representatives in hospitalities that live in their districts that are telling them what's important, whether it's minimum wage, whether it's a 1031 exchange, whether it's health care and the Affordable Care Act. We represent Main Street. So when legislation is passed in D.C., it's passed with a theory of how it's going to affect everybody. We represent the view that says how it really is going to affect us, and we can give them the examples of how it does impact us from a day-to-day level.
So be aware of them, and education, that's exactly what you need and what you're doing with them. But let's say that, what is the difference, the hoteliers, and compare the other small business and all these other laws? Do you see any differences?
Most of the laws that affect hotels from a national point of view affect all small businesses, right? But we're in a business where our goal is to take care of people. right? So whether it's our guests or our teams that we have in place, that's our focus. What we're seeing now, though, is a set of legislation, since it can't pass on the national level, is starting to target localized markets. For example, in Los Angeles, a specific law to target hospitality, right, to raise the minimum wage just for hospitality or hotels.
Oh, I see. Okay, so let's say I'm a hotel owner. So now in your organization, you have owners, you have suppliers, and what else?
Well, we have everything. Yeah. So most of our owners are maybe operators, may manage their own assets, right? You have everything from the independent hotelier that manages his own hotel, works as front desk, housekeeping, kind of does all the labor requirements to make sure that he can save up to live the American dream. Then you have the entry-level franchisee to the higher-level franchisee that's doing the Marriott or Hiltons. We also have the guys that are doing the first prototypical properties. For example, the first hotel, the first AC hotel in New Orleans, done by our past chairman, Mehul. Right? So we have the entire range of owners, operators, developers, people that are on the grassroots level working at hotels. We kind of range across the board as an association, so when we build our cases, we get everybody's input.
That's fantastic. That is beautiful, because you have together, you have a bigger voice. So now, what is the biggest benefit for us as an owner, as an example, from AHOA?
Well, our association is now providing a platform for unity. Initially, it was unity amongst just the AHOA members. Now, with the last vision we've enacted over the past year and a half, it's unity amongst the entire industry. We don't just represent the Asian American hotel owner. The topics that we deal with on a day-to-day level really represent every hotel owner, whether it's a REIT or a trust or a larger private company. And so with the collaboration and the unity amongst the industry itself, the benefit to hotel owners is across the board, and not just within the AHOA members itself.
When we come back, let's hear about how he got started into the hospitality industry and what his passion is. Don't go away.
Welcome to Hospitality Insider on Connie TV with your host, Connie Kim. Hospitality Insider is an intimate look of the who's who in the hospitality industry. Up close and personal, you'll meet amazing leaders and discover their stories of successes and challenges that will inspire, educate, and entertain. With your help, we unite, we co-create, and we support each other to create better service in the hospitality industry and contribute to the world. Hospitality Insider, your window to hospitality excellence.
I am Fausto Jimenez, Vice President for Standards at Grupo Posadas, and you're watching.
And you're watching. Connie TV.
Connie TV.
And Connie TV.
Connie TV.
ConnieTV.tv.